Hello, dear friends. It's very difficult to find happiness within oneself, but it is impossible to find it anywhere else, said William Shakespeare. I needed a break yesterday. I reiterate my gratitude to everyone who has supported me in this crisis, from which I have emerged transformed. Opinion piece. Roots. Return to origin. Identity of freedom. Spiritual disconnection. We are born free and equal. Astral energy parasitization. There will be a forced landing. Primordial human archetype. I am God when I am not ego. Live a full and conscious life. Let's start. If you want to waken someone, take him away from their roots. Searching for one's own roots, as Kunta Kinte did, is the only way out of the big mess we have gotten ourselves into. The character of Kunta Kinte, known for his fight for freedom and resistance in the face of injustice, represents a powerful symbol of the importance of seeking and honoring our own roots to face challenges. In the series Roots, Kunta Kinte is captured as a prisoner and sold into slavery, where he is given the name Toby and faces a brutal regime. Despite his adversities, he refuses to forget his African origins and his identity as a free human being. This story highlights the importance of maintaining a deep connection to our cultural and spiritual roots, even in difficult circumstances. Through his resilience and determination to retain his identity, Kunta Kinte symbolizes the importance of remembering who we are and where we come from to stand firm amidst the storms of life. In short, Kunta Kinte's narrative in Roots underscores the idea that searching for our own roots, as he did, can be instrumental in finding strength, identity, and resilience in difficult times, serving as a powerful reminder of the importance of honor our own roots to face challenges with courage and determination. Origin. The concept of roots is related to human evolution and the return to the origin of humankind. The roots symbolize both firmness in spirituality and the return of human origins from different perspectives, highlighting the importance of cultivating a deep connection with our beliefs to face challenges and grow spirituality. The concept of returning to human origin addresses the idea of reconnecting with the fundamental roots of humankind and exploring essential aspects of our existence. Often, the existential whirlwind causes us to go through life on autopilot, following established beliefs and expectations without ever delving into ourselves or asking ourselves deep questions about our own existence. Living a full and conscious life is within the reach of all of us. We just have to learn to look within. In this context, the book Return to the Origin by Iris Molina Chanca stands out, which invites us to reflect on our own existence and self knowledge through ontological approaches. The author proposes a guide to break the limits of thought and accompany us on the path of awakening consciousness. Spirituality. While most human beings live on a kind of autopilot, following socially established norms and expectations, very few people stop to listen to themselves and ask themselves who they really are. The concept of spiritual roots focuses on the importance of cultivating a deep connection to spirituality to meet life's challenges. For example, aerial roots represent superficial faith, while deep roots reflect a strong connection to spirituality and the ability to withstand adversity. These spiritual roots provide stability and sustenance during times of spiritual drought or challenges. The analogy of roots on trees is used to illustrate the importance of maintaining a strong connection with oneself to grow and bear fruit in any circumstance. In summary, the concept of spiritual roots highlights the importance of cultivating a deep connection with spirituality to stand firm in the face of adversity, symbolizing the importance of honoring our roots to face challenges with courage and determination. Parasitation. Energy parasites, also known as astral larvae, are entities that feed on the vital energy of human beings, staying in the physical, etheric, and astral bodies. These parasites can cause illness and emotional discomfort by feeding on fears and frustrations. It is recommended to detect blocked chakras in the human body to combat these infamous parasites. Some symptoms of its presence include cravings for specific foods, back pain, and excessive tiredness. To eliminate them, it is suggested to use methods such as using salt to cleanse negative energy. It is essential to identify negative patterns in life in order to eliminate these entities and improve overall well being. To eliminate an astral energy parasite, several methods can be followed. It is important to detect blocked chakras that could be vulnerable to these attacks. The use of salt is suggested, placing it from in powder form on your shoes or applying it to your body, as well as discarding the utensils used to prevent negative energies from returning. In addition, it is mentioned that these parasites can generate cravings for specific foods such as sweets, chocolates, meats, and spicy foods, among others. Some symptoms of its presence include back pain between the shoulder blades, a lower back, excessive tiredness, and difficulty sleeping. It is also noted that factors such as traumatic or unexpected events can increase the risk of the presence of astral larvae. Disconnection. To dissolve the spiritual disconnection with yourself, it is essential to address this feeling of separation from your essence and authenticity. Connecting with yourself means looking inside yourself honestly, feeling yourself, and reconnecting with your essence. Emotional disconnection can manifest itself in various ways, such as depersonalization, where one feels alien to oneself or disconnected from their body and emotions. Some effective techniques include traveling alone, practicing silence, self reflection, and inner work, and seeking awakening experience that can serve as catalyst for spiritual enlightenment, which may be spontaneous or induced through practices such as meditation or the breathing. According to Saint Germain, disconnection is a somewhat uncomfortable exchange of energy. It feels like you are giving and not receiving, or you are giving and it comes back to you, or maybe you are not even giving. You feel so disconnected that you have lost that connection with yourself in that moment or with that person. This is an important aspect. Recognize it if you are giving energy or if you are actually disconnecting with yourself while trying to connect with another. Dissolving the disconnection means to bring back your being and welcome that part of yourself. You recognize it, identify it, accept it, and love it. In doing so, this changes the exchange of connection, not only with yourself, but with the other, whether one or many. You may notice that they are more open and welcoming to you, even if they were not in the past, because as you shift your inner disconnection, you create a new wave of energy that reaches out to them and will impact and transform your life. I am God. The phrase I am God could be interpreted as an affirmation of the connection with the divine or a higher force. Some philosophical or spiritual currents use this expression to highlight the idea that each individual has a divine spark within himself, suggesting an internal potential for greatness, creativity, and transcendence. The phrase, I am God when I am not ego, could be interpreted as a call to transcend the limitations of the ego to experience a deeper connection with the divine and with the totality of existence. It suggests a deep reflection on the idea of transcending the ego to connect with a higher dimension of consciousness. It is like an invitation to overcome selfishness, vanity, and excessive identification with the individual self to access a broader and more compassionate state of consciousness. By freeing yourself from the ego, which is often associated with separation, personal desires, and limitation, you open up the possibility of experiencing a deeper connection with the divine, with others, and with the universe as a whole. In this sense, by letting go of the ego, you can access a sense of unity, unconditional love, and a broader understanding of existence. Like God, Bruce Almighty is a 2003 spiritual themed fantasy comedy film directed by Tom Shadyac and starring Jim Carrey, and Morgan Freeman, and Jennifer Aniston. The main moral of the film focuses on the importance of humility, gratitude, and selfless love. Throughout the plot, Bruce learns to value what really matters in life, putting aside his selfishness and excessive ambition to focus on the well being and happiness of others, especially his girlfriend Grace. This transformation reflects a message about the importance of prioritizing love and happiness of others above personal ambitions. The film invites us to reflect on the importance of being grateful for what we have, valuing our relationship, and acting with generosity and compassion towards others. Archetypes. Primordial human archetypes are universal representations of the psyche that influence people's personality and behavior, according to Carl Gustav Jung. There are 12 personality archetypes that reflect common patterns in human behavior. These archetypes are innate models that classify human beings according to their character from birth, influencing both the conscious and the unconscious. Some of the archetypes mentioned by Jung include the innocent, characterized by a positive and carefree attitude; the wise son who seeks knowledge and understanding of the world; the protective, full of compassion and empathy, with a weakness for being exploited; the lover who seeks balance and harmony in relationships; the wizard, a transformer who values knowledge and ideas. These archetypes allows us to better understand people's psychological processes and help in the treatment of trauma or mental problems by classifying individuals into categories that reflect fundamental aspects of their personality. News. Situation update. More bankers and oligarchs are disappearing. Exposed systems. Imminent solar flare. The economic collapse of the West is accelerating at nightmarish speed, according to Mike Adams. Rising inflation pushes to keep interest high, creating nightmarish conditions for the housing market and the banks that make loans. We will have a hard landing at some point, according to Michael Snyder. Ellen Sentner, chief economist at Morgan Stanley, said, at some point, we will have a hard landing. I guarantee you, we all wonder, when will that come? There are cumulative impacts that build up over time, and we are in the realm of not having seen the full impacts of tightening monetary policy yet. Marco Kolanovic, chief market strategist of JP Morgan Chase, believes the economy could be headed towards something resembling the stagflation of the 70s. He wants that the economy could move away from a Goldilocks scenario, in which neither expands nor contracts too much, and enters a period of stagflation similar to that experienced in the 70s. I would say that we have already been in a period of stagflation. The economy has stagnated and inflation has been too high. Daily message from Crescerash. Buildings must collapse to make room for new ones. This is what is happening right now. Nothing will stop the light from flowing and taking a new form, creating beauty, abundance, series of light, realities, and experiences never seen before. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.